There we go. Hi, everybody. It's Cameron. I'm back. It is another Monday. I've got everything sorted out, so Zelda will work properly this time. Tom's with me,
Hello.
and yeah, let's get to it. So, Tom, how much? I guess let me send out my social stuff. Um, where have you left off in Zelda? I know you've kind of fallen off because you're playing Diablo and maybe Baldur's Gate now.
I haven't picked Baldur's Gate back up since early access. I did re-download it. Haven't played it. But yeah, I've been on the Diablo train for a bit. I've got some friends who are playing. In terms of Tears of the Kingdom, the last thing I did was beat the Wind Temple, and I've done a good amount of side quest stuff in the overworld. But it's also been so long since I played it that I assume I'm gonna get spoiled on some things anyway, and I kind of have an idea. So
I
I'm not too worried about it.
I've like the Wind Temple's the last thing I've done, and I'm at this point I'm just trying to knock out some shrines. So I don't know how much spoiling is gonna be there.
Oh,
Um,
I'm fine with shrines. Shrines don't. That doesn't bother me really.
NoobTube Boom Headshot, hello, welcome to the stream. Today is the last Monday stream where we'll be raising money for the Charcot Marie Tooth Association. So if you are interested in winning some prizes, some fun board game prizes, now is the time to donate. $5 donated gets you an entry into Craig's giveaway. If you're not familiar, and we are giving away board games, we are giving away Steam codes, all sorts of fun stuff. All right, I think yeah, I'm at the point, if I'm remembering correctly, I'm like trying to go back on the shrines that I've visited and haven't actually knocked out and complete some of these fuckers. So
Smart.
let's.
Um, I may have mentioned it on the last Zelda stream, but when you come across the Korok seed puzzles that are carrying them to their friends, do you mark them on your map, or do you just
I
how
try
do you
and
approach
knock
those?
those out instantaneously. So
Really?
I
Okay.
Koroks I'll try and do as soon as I run into them. Shrines I've and I haven't done a ton in this game, but my it feels like what feels right for me is explore the area, the overworld, get some shrines so I have waypoints, and then come back and knock them all out.
Yeah.
And it's worked out for me so far. I know there's a couple shrines that are really kicking my ass. So this one. Okay.
I typically do the same thing. It's just the only Koroks I will save for later are the ones in which you have to build a vehicle or carry them somehow. Because I
Uh,
feel like I will just do those all or most of them in like an afternoon or two when I'm in the building mode. The problem is I
gotcha.
don't have enough devices to do it reliably.
Gotcha. I feel like, from my experience, they give you the materials you need to build something right then that will solve your problem. But I could see the idea of, um, like, saving them for later. All right, what do we want to do
Yeah.
here? There are some dudes running around. So with you playing Diablo, how far into that are you?
So I've beaten the game. We are currently doing some seasonal content. So for those who haven't played Diablo, there is like a main quest line story that's kind of hit or miss depending on your take on Diablo lore. But the big thing recently has been they did this with 3, but they've added seasonal content. So there's another quest line for the season that is a lot smaller in scope, but it adds like some fun new mechanics for your gear and for your leveling. So some friends and I have been working our way through that and trying to unlock all of the highest tier difficulties so we can experience the hardest version of the loot grind that is Diablo. It's a lot of fun. It is more of what 3 did really well. I like it. I like playing. I'm playing a Necromancer at the moment, although Rogue is kind of my usual go-to. It's good. It's a lot of fun. If you like the Diablo formula, it's really good. But if you are a bigger fan of the older ones, like 1 and 2, it may or may not be your jam. It just kind of depends on what the parts of Diablo are that you like.
Yeah. What was your thoughts on the story? How much did you love your Lilith, your Dami Mommy?
Lilith is fine as a character.
Ugh.
I like the motivations for like the evil people this time were pretty good. I think 3, oof.
Yeah,
I'm a couple seconds behind, but yeah, that was...
I threw my club by mistake and that broke, and I was like, well,
Yeah.
I gotta try and like time out arrow hits, I guess.
Hey, Cheryl.
Hi, Cheryl. How's it going?
Yeah, overall, like my concise opinion on it is it's decent. It's better than I think what 3 attempted to do. 3 is more like trying to be like Lord of the Rings in like the epic scale.
Yes.
4 does a better job of it being like a more localized problem, and it's a little bit more focused on a smaller cast of characters. But it's decent. It's not like blow you out of the water. The cutscenes, the full cutscenes are great. Well animated. The voice acting by all of the major characters is pretty damn good. It's good. I mean, I like it more than I liked 3's story, which I could not tell you much about. But 4 was good. Some of the side quests have some interesting stories. I don't go like 300% into every little detail lore-wise, but the little bits and pieces I picked up were pretty good. It's much darker, I will say that. I mean, as much as darker could be for Diablo as a series, but it still leans into the whole... I've always kind of thought as Diablo's story as like an early Adult Swim show. You know that things are still going to be bad in the end, and everybody might die, but like that's kind of why people show up.
Yeah.
A lot of the side quests don't really resolve in good things, but it was good. I think it was better than it could have been. That is for sure.
Yeah, it oh, that's not what I'm doing. All right. I think something about 3 I enjoyed more was I liked what's her name? Leah? Is Leah the girl?
Yeah, Leah's the... I know Leah and Deckard Cain, the old guy, are in it, and Leah's related to the old guy somehow, I think.
Yes.
But I do remember her, yeah.
Oh. Alright. Oh, I did get the Flare Rush. Alright. Brushing off cobwebs. I felt like... He's got... Oh, he's got spikes. Like you can put spikes on her shield. He just put spikes on a stick.
Oof. Got him with the reach.
Yeah. I gotta play this game more. I want to play this game more. I just haven't had time. I guess, for me, I definitely like when Diablo is small scope. Like, I felt like 1... Everyone loves 2. I get it. I respect a lot of what 2 did. But 1 where it's just focused on essentially 1 dungeon in 1 town was really cool to me. And I like the idea that 4 pulled the scope back, because I felt like 2 got bigger, right? And then 3 got even bigger. I appreciate 4 pulling the scope back, although I will say... Oh, shit. Oh, I got stuck on the fucking column. Alright.
I've heard people talk about like 2, like in high reverence. I've almost rarely ever heard anyone talk about 1. I've only played a few hours of 2. I've never played 1. I didn't realize 1 had like a Torchlight 1 deal where it's only 1 dungeon.
God damn it. Yeah, I mean, 1 was almost like proof of concept more than like... I mean, it was a game. But almost none of the lore and stuff that people like associate with Diablo is in 1. A lot of it got like essentially not retcon, but added in after the fact, where 2 made lore out of the scenario that Diablo 1 was.
Right. I think in 4 too, there's a lot of references to areas in 2. You physically go to some of them in like these sort of flashback sequences. And I know like some of the stuff in 1 like literally has to exist for some of the lore in 4 to happen. I know like they reference like previous I guess some of the old character classes are relevant to the story, like those instances of them.
Yes, but they were not
characters.
they were not characters in 1.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
they were just they were literally just character archetypes. All right, I wonder if I can blow these dudes up. All right, come over here.
Yeah, kind of get creative.
Oh, nope.
You could.
Nope, I'm just gonna die.
Yeah. That, or you could try to fuse a.
Yeah, I needed a fuse.
Yeah.
Definitely. I guess if I had a shield. The problem is I think if I fuse it on a weapon, it'll kill me, right?
Well, depends how you use it. But yes, I have made that mistake. Although it's been months, so I don't remember. I know you can bounce off of it.
Yes.
A lot of cool clips of that. Devil Joe, yeah, I know that 2 is like considered like the crowd favorite, and apparently just for video games overall, 2 is considered like one of the best, and I believe it. The few hours I played is what got me to keep playing 3 and 4 technically.
I do wonder how much of that is nostalgia. I would say that objectively, 3 and 4 have improved on 2, but no, fuck you. Hey Aziz, how's it going? Yes, we are in a shrine. I'm doing some shrine stuff. God damn it. Too fucking slow. Get out of here, dude. Just die. There we go. Alright.
Yeah.
4, I think, like, I haven't played through all of 4, but I think my biggest problem with 4 is, and this is not the game's fault, this is kind of my fault, I hyped up the story of Diablo 4 more than what I think the developers had in mind. So I kind of after 3, right, and spoilers for Diablo 3, but whatever, like, it's been fucking a decade.
Yeah, I think Reaper of Souls came out in 13, and that was the last Diablo thing for a while, besides Immortal, which I don't even care to think about.
Oh, I've forgotten that Immortal's a thing.
I know nothing about it other than the mobile game part, which doesn't bother me. It's the motivation Blizzard had to make it, and I'm like, whatever. I just don't care.
Yeah, I'm just not a big mobile game person. All right, let's do this.
Yeah, I will say 4's scope doesn't go as small as 1, where it's like a single town and a single dungeon. It is similar to 3 in that it is multiple regions, but the map is a lot more cohesive, which is kind of like nice. It doesn't feel like, you know, you're going through long, like, quote-unquote hallways to get to a new area. But it is like smaller in scope than 3 has you go like to. This might be kind of spoilery territory for 4 for anyone that cares about just like where you go in 4. That was the biggest question I had. 3 has you go to hell, and it has you go to the high heavens.
Yes.
It has you do like basically go to both places on both sides of the conflict, which is cool. From what I remember of the story and even some adventure mode, like, you spend an awful long time, like,
yeah.
I remember being in the high heavens being like, how many levels of this are there? Like, are we going through every layer of hell and heaven, like, in the same place? I don't know why we're spending so much time here. It's cool, but that wore off after, like, 4 hours.
I didn't get auto build. Go get it. It's so useful. Aziz, I don't know where it is. This is like, I've only played this game for...
I guess you should probably say if
an
you want to be spoiled.
Embarrassingly short amount of time.
People might just start saying that in the chat. That's up to you.
Let me see. How can I look? Okay. I've played for 35 hours. I've been playing this game for an embarrassing long amount of time. An embarrassingly long amount of time, apparently. And, yeah, I don't 100% know where things are. you can, I mean, you can spoil it for me. I don't super care, but I probably won't pay that much attention. I'm still vibing. I'm in the vibing mood of Tears of the Kingdom still. I'm enjoying just the exploration of Zelda. All right, what's going on here?
To be fair, they don't really tell you where auto build is. You kind of stumble upon it.
I guess the idea of this, and I did this trap or this dungeon wrong, I think. What I could have done is led the robots around and used all these traps at them. Like,
well, see,
over here, if I destroy that pillar, it crushes them, and over here...
Is it wrong, or is it just that you chose a different way? Because I feel like that's what the game is trying to encourage is... There's some set pieces here you could use, but you don't have to use them. I try to go for them, and I will still end up missing one. That would be, like, really helpful. But I think some skill in combat kind of makes it so that I can push through some of those things.
Yeah, you're right. It's the variety is kind of what helps a lot. But yeah, so like after 3 felt like the culmination of the battle between heaven and hell from a narrative perspective. And like obviously they're going to make more Diablo. But I was excited because I figured, oh, they'll just like amp up the heaven and hell conflict again. Lake Colomo. No, Aziz, you got to understand that I don't know what you're talking about. Again, here's my map. Here's all I've done so far. Not a ton. Still in like the basic first parts of the game. So you know, I'll and I have played Breath of the Wild, but I don't remember like the major landmarks and stuff. So I'll have to figure it out. All right, we're gonna go to Waos Shrine. Yeah, I was excited by Lilith, Tom, because it seemed like they were going to branch narratively away from the Heaven and Hell conflict, which I like it as background lore, but after 2 games, I'm not really counting Diablo 1, but after Diablo 2 and Diablo 3 that really focused on the prime evils in heaven, and 3, how much it focused on them, I was excited to see something a little different, and I felt like Lilith didn't end up getting treated that differently.
Oh, have you? So do you know like what happens like through the?
Yes, spoilers for Diablo 4. We'll talk spoilers.
Yeah, I mentioned that briefly.
From like an intellectual perspective, I'm kind of on Lilith's side, but she's right, but she's still as shitty as all the other devils, so it's like hard for... It didn't feel like there was a conflict from a character's perspective of, oh, should we follow her or not? It was just like, oh, she's fucking turning people insane and having them kill each other. All right,
yeah,
well, we'll get rid of her.
For more of like a not like waffling it, but kind of like a decision-making process of like, obviously they're not going to do like multiple endings, and I figured, you know, it was going to be, obviously you're trying to stop her. But I do like that she, well, yeah, one, to go back to what you were saying, it is... The eternal conflict stuff is there in the background, but you're not dealing with it directly, like literally like stopping. I mean, besides like one fight toward the end, there's not really a whole lot of like, now we're gonna go here and stop the whole advance. Like 3 was like gearing up for like the war scenes in Lord of the Rings, whereas in 4 it's like you do deal with it, but for the majority of the main story, you are kind of dealing with Lilith's stuff directly. Which ties into the eternal conflict because that's what she's trying to, you know, to stop or change part of. But I did like that it wasn't just, you know, Diablo's back again and we gotta keep putting them in the ground. It was more of like, there's a third party here who wants something that sounds like it's good, but it's really not. It's not. It's at the expense of Sanctuary, I guess.
Yes.
But yeah, I do agree. It was a little odd that they kind of start going in that direction of like, oh, she might be right about this, and then by the end it's like, it doesn't really matter. Just keep hitting them buttons.
Oh, does that not count? Oh, what the fuck? All right. You'll see in a second. Yeah, and it's funny because I thought it could have been a really interesting, like, narratively if they did treat Lilith's, like, offer as more serious. Because Sanctuary, like, kinda sucks. Like,
Oh no, it's supposed to, yeah.
it's not great for anyone. But Lilith doesn't provide, like, a real alternative for anything.
No, no, of course not. But I guess in terms of like the cultist theme of people agreeing to it because it seems better than what's going on is like it's interesting enough that I didn't expect it from a Diablo game from the outset, but yeah, it ultimately doesn't really deliver on that in any way. It's kind of just
And
yeah, but she was gonna do it regardless anyway. She's just giving people the honeyed words for the sake of getting people to join quickly.
And I want to say it's, again, I don't think it's Diablo's fault. I think Diablo doesn't bill itself as... Oh, interesting. Okay, what's happening here? It's not billing itself as, like, this deep narrative. I think I just allowed it to become that in my head.
Yeah, I think 1 and 2 did a good job of... I mean, they were much more linear because they're released in a different era, too. Like, 3 was the first attempt to sort of move it toward... I don't know if you would consider it like a live service game, but it has more... It's trying to do more, like, multiplayer features and more, like, open world, like, more avenues of content, because I think trying to release, like, a 2... literally under the Diablo name instead of, like, as a different game by a different company is a much harder sell.
Yes.
And there's pros and cons to that. There are people who love to and don't care for anything past that. And I think it's totally viable. I think it's an absolutely agreeable point. But for the people that are playing 3 and 4 and don't mind the multiplayer stuff, yeah, it's not trying to be a Mass Effect with the story, but it is kind of a... When you do absorb the story in any capacity, it's a weird feeling when it's trying to propose this idea that things are more complex on a smaller scale, and yet it just kind of ends up all being the same.
Yeah, it falls a little flat. And I'll say the same thing. It's not just like Diablo. I'm really fucking up the aim. It felt like Monster Hunter World kind of tried to do that also, where it was like, and the games always do this lip service to balance, and like we're like here to like actually learn about monsters and stuff, but it's like not really. World felt like the most egregious offender to that. Okay, all right.
You're getting close. I'm seeing these.
Where they were really focused on the like, we got to bring balance to like the new world and balance the environment of it. All right, so that's like as high as I could go, and that's too high. That was too high.
It looks like it, yeah.
So I'm gonna go as high as I can go, and then I'm gonna drop just a little bit down. Where the gameplay, because the gameplay, just like in Diablo, is grinding all these monsters, it doesn't. There's a dissonance between the. All right, that's as high as I can go. I'm gonna drop it down a little bit. Between the hey.
Oh, you got it?
Yeah.
Nice,
But now the question is, how do I get there? And I think the answer is I need to launch myself.
Probably, yeah. You're really good at the really high ones, so this shouldn't be an issue.
Yeah, just as high as possible. Woo! That was awesome.
I like getting to hear like 5 seconds into the future. Oh, nice! Wow.
Was there no treasure chest in here?
You can check if you look at the map.
Ah, there is.
Yeah.
How do I...
I always look for the little treasure chest icon before I leave a shrine.
All right, I'm gonna complete the shrine, and then we'll figure out the treasure chest deal. But that's 4.
Diablo 4 or shrine number 4?
Shrine 4, so I'm due for another upgrade. I think I've gotten some stamina, but I think I want some more HP, some hit, and then I need to. I gotta work on the big thing is I gotta start upgrading armor. I'm getting bodied in by the Ice Talos that guards another shrine.
Yeah, I gotta do that too. I don't have enough. I do like that they've changed the cost for some of those upgrades.
Yes.
Well, just stuff I don't have.
I haven't unlocked enough of the fairy shrines. I think I need to do that too. All right, let's get back in there. Get that treasure chest.
I'm gonna do the rest of the troop mini sort of side quest or whatever with all the musical people.
Oh, Hestus? Or are you talking about something totally different?
Yeah, like it's like getting the band back together. Have you encountered any
No, that's totally new. That's the thing. There's so much stuff in this game that's like, there's that. There's the base system.
Oh, the monster. Yeah, I've only done like one or two of the monster hunter, not monster hunter quests. Can't get away from that. The monster squad.
Yeah.
Goon squad.
I've only done one of those. Like, I feel like I haven't done much of anything still.
Yeah, they give you a lot of stuff to pull on, that's for sure. You've got a request to do some Koroks from Boom Headshot.
I don't really search. After Breath of the Wild, I did all the Koroks in Breath of the Wild. I'm, in Tears of the Kingdom, I'm just letting them come to me. I know I still need to, like, unlock Hestus's dealio.
So how are you trying to get to this treasure chest?
I think I just need to... Yeah, I need to launch myself high, and then maybe I can turn my momentum around? So my first step is to unlock the extendo cord. So, okay, I've got this stick. Or is it just that I need to fucking arise? Because I'm a dummy-dumb. Can I just arise? Apparently
like
not.
Michelle and arise.
Where could I arise? Can I arise over here? Can I arise here? No. Let me just check where I could arisen. Doesn't look like it. Okay, so I don't actually need to unlock the gate at this point. Now I can just do manips. Or I could use a rocket shield, I suppose.
That's true, yeah. Could be a quick way to do it.
Alright. Let's hop in. You know what? Let's launch me extra high. Let's see, what else? I guess, how has your week been, Tom?
It's been good. Plenty busy. Was kind of in offline mode for the past week or so.
Woo!
No, did you get up there?
Yeah. Yeah, if you open up your thing while you're in air, you get. I just went straight up. Oh, and spicy elixir.
I did not realize that was a thing you could do.
Perfect.
The apex. No, it's been good. Busy with some stuff and just not having the energy for other stuff. So I've been pretty offline recently, but weekend was good. We played the first session of Avernus Rising. I think Sarah asked about TTRPG stuff. Like,
yeah, let's talk some TTRPG stuff. I think that's the only thing I did this weekend because my Dragon Spire Peak group, I had 3 people that couldn't make it, so we canceled that session. I'll let you know what, Tom. I don't think I've talked about this on stream because it's been kind of hush hush. So why don't you break it down for the people, what we're doing? Fucking each other.
So yeah, we're playing Dungeons and Dragons. That's it. Was there more? I'm sorry.
That's right. We're worshiping the devil, Mom.
Yeah. So we had our first session for the. I guess you would call it the Avernus Rising group. I'm not sure how we've talked about it before on stream.
That's what I'd call it. I'm basically cribbing notes from a campaign called Avernus Rising, so we can call it Avernus Rising, the remix.
Right.
Two Avernus, two Rising.
Most of the group are people who played in. My brother was running a campaign for Descent into Avernus, which was an old, not old, I guess at this point it feels old. It's one of the official campaigns from Wizards of the Coast that takes you down into Hell, like the 9 Hells, specifically the first layer. And we're now playing a separate campaign that is sort of a side story to some of the major events of that campaign. We had our first session on Sunday, where the player character group, we are all freshly appointed Hell Riders, which are like a kind of not like a special forces, but like a special group for the defenders of Elturel, which is the Elter Guard, which is like for anyone who knows anything about the map of the Sword Coast in D&D, Elturel and the rest of the Elter Guard area is kind of like if you go east from Neverwinter.
From Baldur's Gate. Yeah.
Well, yes. Well, Baldur's Gate's in the south.
Yes.
So it'd be north of Baldur's Gate, east of Neverwinter.
No. It's directly east of Elturel is in the south.
Really?
Yeah. It's hold on. You know what? Let me pull up a map.
I thought Baldur's Gate was in the south, but it's way far away from. I've always viewed it as like Neverwinter is toward like the northwest. You go south to Phandalin, and then south from there to Waterdeep and Daggerbeard, and then you go east to Baldur's Gate.
Yes, you do, but Elturel is like super far south in that area.
Yeah. So we were playing as Hell Riders, which are like mounted cavalry defenders of this place, and we had our first session on Sunday, and it was a lot of fun. We started doing some basic training stuff, and then devils appeared, and it was not good. And now we are trying to evacuate citizens of Elturel from the city, while also trying to make it out alive ourselves. And it was interesting. It was pretty good. I am enjoying it a lot so far. The overworld map for the city kind of system is really cool. I like that a lot.
I'm glad you do. Obviously I've been running different games for a while, audience, and I think we've talked about them before. But traditionally, I have always done like adventures that were pre-written. I've mixed things up, like in Waterdeep Dragon Heist. I'm kind of remixing things based on the Alexandrian remix, but again, it's essentially using someone else's notes. Realm of the Frost Maiden, I ran it close to as is with some modifications. The Barovian Play-by-Post campaign, the Domains of Dread campaign, those I essentially ran, like, again, some mods. This campaign is going to be the same thing, but this first scenario that they're playing in, I got to create almost entirely whole cloth. And I'll admit, I was pretty nervous about how you all would like it, or if it would land, or if it wasn't gonna like work the way I thought it would.
No, I like it a lot. I think it's kind of nice that we have like a clearly defined, like, we're all starting as like Hell Riders, so we already have like a profession in something else, like in common.
Yes.
I think starting as like a group of adventurers is a lot harder to be like, well, everyone must be here for some reason, right? And it can all kind of vary. But I like it a lot so far. I think it helps. Most of the group has played in the actual like Descent into Avernus campaign, which kind of helps give us some like reference points. Like we saw the map, and the first thing we started talking about was like, oh, dude, that's where you threw that dude off a bridge.
Oh yeah.
Later on, that bridge gets totally fucked up. I'm like, oh,
yeah.
There's High Hall. That High Hall looks so weird now.
Yeah, now that it's not shitty.
Yeah. But no, I like it a lot so far. So did you say that like part of it is, I was under the impression this was like an entirely original thing that you were just basing around the events of Descent into Avernus?
So the campaign is going to be inspired by the season 9 of Dungeons and Dragons Adventures League was shit. I got a
That's
thought
where
first.
like all of the side content is all based around like the latest released campaign, right? Like there's a lot of
Jesus Christ. Yeah, that
No,
was
you-
embarrassing. I
You still got
forgot.
mostly full. Oh,
All
I don't know. In the past, you're doing pretty good.
right. Excuse me while I crunch ice on mic.
You always do some Koroks.
Um,
Get
I
the muscles warmed up.
I'll plan on it, but first I want to all right, get up, Big Daddy. There we go.
Okay, I see. Yeah.
Oh, what the hell? That still hits me? Oh, god damn it.
There's
Alright.
an interesting tip I really want to say that I enjoyed figuring out, and I've kind of applied to the rest of the world of this game as I do like Ascend. I try to ascend everywhere.
Oh, can you ascend through the Taloses?
Yeah, that actually wasn't the tip, but yeah, you can. They're really useful on a certain kind of Talos too. You probably encountered one before.
Interesting. Alright, let me do one of these.
Actually, I guess it wouldn't. Wouldn't do
I've
anything.
done the Battle Talos. Yes.
Right. Okay. Yes. So that would be the one that's the most useful one because the overhang of the deck gives you so much space.
Woo!
Yeah, there's probably a power that you don't use an awful lot. I would say maybe give that one a shot.
Rewind?
That is the one I'm thinking of. Yes.
Oh, yes, I should have thought. If I was clever, I would have thought of that myself.
Well, that's the thing. That's why I knew if I said the one you use the least, it's
Yeah.
almost universally the one that is used the least in the first like few hours of the game, which it's now one of my favorites. I love. I will try to rewind and ascend as much as I can. I really like those two powers a lot in this. But yeah, no, it's a lot of fun so far. We played the first session. We rescued some people from the Raven Shade Villa. Maybe
Yes.
one of those things.
So I guess in terms of like talking about setup stuff, I purposefully like we spent the first half of the session role playing so that I could give you all NPCs that you as players you may not super care about, but your characters know about.
Yeah, like a connection NPC, which is a good thing.
Yeah. And all right, let me do one of these. And I was super excited because I seeded them around the city. So you all are like, from the beginning, you're making like super important choices about where you're going and what your like priorities are. Who are you gonna save? Where are you going in the city? How are you getting out?
Oh, okay.
So like you have already, by going west, you have focused on saving certain NPCs and others you may have doomed, which we'll find out later.
Was that what the other like Hell Rider NPCs were supposed to be?
No. Like just people you've known in the city. Some of them you know on the like east side of the city, and you aren't necessarily going to. You're not necessarily going to be able to get to them now that you have chosen to go west.
I thought we were referring to like the other colleagues because I was like, well, they're defenders at least, if not Hell Riders. They,
That
they're
too.
adults. They can
Yeah.
figure themselves out.
Very true.
But I mean, yeah, I do like the setup of that because it's a very quick way of getting stakes involved that doesn't have to be like a huge backstory that everyone has to parse out in the first few hours.
Yes.
I think it's a good motivator. Ooh, look at that frozen heart.
Yeah, that's massive. Can I stick
You got
that on
a
something?
free weapon to put that on?
Not really, but
Probably worth it.
yeah. What do I get rid of here? I guess
Whatever
my
your weakest
icicle
advantage.
cube. Destroy fused material. Oh god, it's a fucking... it's a torch.
Icicle on a torch.
Yeah, no. Alright, well, let's pick something else. Let's do the sapphire sword.
You sure? You don't want the water sword?
Oh, does it do water?
Have you used it?
No, I haven't.
Well, I mean, it depends if you use water a lot, I guess. I have done that before, where I put a sapphire in something, and I was like, that's neat. I'm going to use you for something lesser now, because I need it more.
Alright. Where does this crystal go?
Smashing stuff up. Have you... Okay, yeah.
Usually there's like a light. There we go. Follow the beam. Okay.
Oh, do you have to talk to it first? Yeah.
Now that I've done what I consider the challenging part, defeating the Talos. But yeah, the Avernus Rising, I think, is going pretty well. I originally planned for it to be 1 4-hour session. I had, in terms of weekend stuff, my nephew's 2nd birthday. So we had to stop at 12:30 so we could hop on a Zoom call and wish him happy birthday. I got him some books because I am a good uncle. It's like the Shauna Mez, a children's series. So his dad, my brother, can read to him. And then what else? Yeah, Dragon of Icefire Peak. We skipped last session, but we're going to play next weekend, which we normally wouldn't. But my Waterdeep crew has also canceled on me.
That's right.
I was looking at the calendar, and it was like we were going to play, and then we're traveling, and then other people are busy. So we are currently... we were on hiatus for the summer. We played 2 weekends ago, and then we are on hiatus until September 24th.
The fun of scheduling tabletop games.
Yes, which is a big reason why outside of that game where I have to because we're doing recorded content, I do not require all my players to be at the table. It's just if I've got I try and have a group of 5 players, and as long as like 3 show up, I'm gonna run the game unless they want to cancel. Hi Goldie Draws, how's it going?
Hey Goldie.
What do you draw?
I like that icon.
Oh, I don't see it. Oh, I do see it. Okay, so I think the game's been out enough. We can slaughter our sacred cows. I like this game, I think in general, more than Breath of the Wild, but I do not like the Zonai aesthetic. I learned that the I prefer the Sheikah aesthetic. And I learned that originally this game was, all this Zonai shit was supposed to be Sheikah shit, and they changed it at some point. And I think that was a downgrade. There, I said it.
I like the Zonai aesthetic. I've only seen a few of the tier memories so far. I think the story is exactly what I expected. Like it's not anything super like out there so far, but like it's not bad. But in terms of like the Zonai aesthetic, I kind of like it. It's like this like almost Aztec, but more like technological based for like their system of magic, which the Sheikah kind of has. I guess I like both Sheikah and Zonai as like separate entities. I think it's interesting that they're showing like another race that I guess although it's tied to us in history, it's like more than one race comes up with technology in their own way. Although I imagine Sheikah probably has some origin in like Zonai stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, it's doing this thing that annoyed me in Halo, where you have an ancient civilization, and then as the franchise goes on, and it feels like they run out of ideas, you just get more and more ancienter civilizations.
Yeah, it always like moves towards like the prequel era stuff, where
So-
it's like, well, before them was this.
Yeah,
But I
so-
also feel that way about Skyward Sword a little bit.
So we
I
had...
see what you mean.
We had, what, the Forerunners were the first ancient civilization?
I believe so. Yes. Yeah.
And then the precursors were before them. Yeah, it's so that's how I felt. The Sheikah are like what 10,000 years old. I didn't need another ancient civilization. But I can see like it's a matter of taste. It's not I don't know that it's something that I'm like super bent up about. All right. Aziz, sweetheart, baby. We are in Lake Colomo near Hyrule Field. I'm assuming I'm dropping onto this platform. Aziz, Habibi.
There's a chasm next to Lake Colomo.
And someone was asking about Koroks. Korok time! Where's this rock?
Like, I will do these ones right away.
Yes.
These are fine.
You just refuse to reunite lovers.
It's more.
You're a man of principle.
I don't have the time for hitchhikers, and I don't know why there's such an uptick in them. Maybe we should just pick our own means of transit.
there we heard it. Tom is a
public transit. Why do we need public transit?
what is it?
It's so convenient.
A NIMBY, not in my backyard.
Yeah.
All right.
I like the action of doing it. Like I've done a few before, and they're fun. It's just I'm always in the middle of something. I'm like, I would love to help you get reunited with your best friend. It's just I kind of gotta go, get some more bomb flowers. I don't know what for. It's actually much less important, priority-wise, but ADHD brain, man, I gotta do it. I gotta do it right now, or else I'll forget all about it.
I hear that. Hannah was struggling with the same thing. I was like, hey, you should talk to Tom about X, Y, and Z. And she was like, okay. And then I got home from work today. I was like, hey, have you talked to Tom about this? And she was like...
Yeah, I think she was talking to me about it earlier. But
yeah.
I feel that even with medication, it only does so much. There's times where I'm like, oh, I've got like 8 different things I could work on. Let's do none of them. Cheryl says Barovian play-by-post is going great. Cameron loves slaughtering farming NPCs. Yeah, Cheryl. Yeah, absolutely.
Look,
water is also wet.
I think I get this reputation because I have run campaigns in the Domains of Dread where, oh no, I don't like that.
I heard it, but I'm not seeing it yet.
No.
Yep. I'm so mad. I thought the first time I fought them, I managed to kill them by getting them down halfway, and then I used some Dazzle Fruit, and I thought, oh, Dazzle Fruit must be like their kryptonite. And then I tried it again later after I told my friend that it was like the key, and it was like didn't do anything, and I was so upset. Like, man, I thought I really found like the secret aha gotcha moment for these guys. That did not happen.
It is bomb flowers. Bomb flowers are the gotcha moment. All right, let me eat some shit before fucking Ganondorf comes
I don't know
out.
if I've ever asked Cheryl, what character are you playing in the Barovian play-by-post?
Oh,
I guess I should
yeah.
say characters. Have you lost any characters in this campaign so far?
She has not. But I'll let her talk about it. Woo!
Uh-oh. I've heard of this happening, but I've never done it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Or if he did, I think I ran. I don't remember. Ooh. That was a close flurry rush.
Yes. Let's
Very
switch
close.
to the diamond sword.
This is doable.
Yeah. I just want to prevent him from having his fucking... And I'm kind of brute forcing it right now. I should be doing some of
let you
this.
focus on this. Gotta eat.
Yeah. Oh, don't go away. Ah, damn it.
Oh, no. Look at that health bar.
It was my animation, yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
Doable.
That freaked the shit out of me, though.
Oh, every time I run into it now, I just immediately hit the map button.
I think it... Yes, it's... And sometimes you like see it coming, but in this case, I was caught unawares. All right, okay, so I see it now. All right, we're gonna hop up here. We're gonna start out on the high ground. Yeah,
It's over.
they're not so bad. Once you get enough bombs, they're like you just center them on the group and try and hit all 5 at once.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to do for some of them in the caves.
Definitely the first time I fought them, it was like the 2nd or 3rd shrine I had done. And it, alright, they're gone.
Oh, I think, yeah, maybe Dazzle Fruit, like, stuns them for a bit. That might have been what helped me.
I'm gonna equip that, because it's a single one-handed sword.
For how far you are in, like, material and progression-wise, you're doing pretty damn good.
Oh, thanks. Where? Oh, there you are. Alright. Gotta get rid of your fucking shit. And
So,
let's eat some of this.
Y'all out there hear about board games?
Oh yeah, you want to talk about CMTA a little bit?
Yeah, I don't have a copy ready for it, but let me see if I can do it just based on the auto message I have here. Yeah, so July, well, I guess July going into August now, is Disability Pride Month here at Arbitrary Hero. And for the month-ish amount of time, we are raising money for the CMTA, which I believe stands for the Charcot-Marie Tooth Association. I think that's the first time I've ever said that correctly all the way through. It is a special type of muscular dystrophy that we are raising money for, or for the association. And we are doing that all month by playing board game streams. I think it's been every Thursday for the past 3 or 4 weeks.
Yeah.
There's a link in that message there in the chat, whether you're on Twitch or on YouTube. That is a link to our Tiltify campaign where we are raising money for the CMTA. And we are also doing some prize raffles, prize giveaways.
I think it's characterized, I'd call it a raffle, to make sure
okay.
we're not...
We've done both, I think.
Yes. In this case, Craig is running a raffle. I don't want people to think that we're just doing it like a giveaway where everyone wins something. We're raffling off tickets.
For every donation of $5.
Yes.
That is an entry in. Is it one entry for everything, or is it? Do people have to do like the specific column thing like we did with Extra Life?
In this case, I think he's doing just one prize pool. So the winners will get chosen, and you get to pick your prize, whatever you'd like it to be.
Right. Yeah, we've been doing that for the past month, and although we don't have a Thursday stream this week, the last and final stream that we're gonna do specifically for board games is going to be this coming Saturday, August 12th. From noon to 4 p.m. Eastern time, we are going to be doing an in-person live stream, kind of like what we do with our Extra Life streams. And we're going to play some board games. I think we've got a good list of games we're going to play. I think most of them are physical board games. I think we might do like a digital one, like maybe some Jackbox games or some code names, which I always like doing Jackbox games. I think it's fun for us and it's fun for the audience. And yeah, we're for about 4-ish, maybe more hours, we're going to do some in-person board games. And hopefully, if anyone can make it, or at least stop by and say hi, we would love if people come and check that out. I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
I'm excited for it. I think
I am too. Yeah.
Craig has been doing a great job leading the efforts and planning a bunch of stuff. I think he might be surprised by how fast the time goes by.
Yeah, we were talking about that the other night. But I think it's planned for 4 hours. If it goes a little bit longer, which I think it probably will.
Yeah.
It just adds to the fun.
I'm essentially planning personally for 6, and we'll see.
I am too. Yeah. Well, it's also I'm biased, but I'm like if I'm bringing stuff over and setting it up, I kind of want to get more time out of it.
Yeah.
But I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And yeah, thanks to Craig for doing, I mean, the majority of just the informational work and for reaching out to the CMTA on his own initiative. Craig has done, for the first, like, project, I guess he's really ever headed up for the channel, he did a lot of pre-work on it. I appreciate that. It's nice to see someone who's passionate about it and put together the work to make it happen.
There's a chasm near Lake Kokomo. I guess I don't know which one it is. Maybe it's this one.
I was gonna start naming off the locations from that one song.
Oh yeah.
And I don't know them. I just know the Muppet version.
Fair.
And I just remember the Muppets singing it, but I don't know the words.
All right, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm kind of dinking around, but I'm okay because we're having a fun time chatting. I'm gonna go get my horse, put it in the stables. I'm gonna slowly. I think I've done everything that I have found in this area. Wow. I'm gonna start moving south. Yeah, I just come back and it's just a popsicle, just a horsicle.
I was telling someone the other day that I was like, yeah, I rarely ever used horses in Breath of the Wild. And they were like, really? I was like, yeah. The problem is I would get to somewhere with my horse, and then I would get off of them and think, well, I'm not just gonna like leave my car abandoned. Like this car requires food and shelter.
Yeah.
And I realized, I guess the game doesn't really. The game kind of expects that.
Yeah, the game does not anthropomorphize the horses the way, or characterize the horses the way we human, with our dumb, squishy human hearts do.
Yeah.
Have you killed a dragon yet?
Oh, one of the Gliok things?
Yeah.
I have not, but I have taken many pictures of them for my compendium.
Oh, nice.
I've been really good about getting compendium entries this time around.
Oh, good for you. I have not been good about that. I need to like remember that. That's again, there's like so much. Hey David, how's it going? There's so much to do in the game that it broke my brain when I played Breath of the Wild, and this is to the nth degree, where I used to be like super into like completionism and like getting everything I could out of the game. But in this one, like I can't do that. I just don't have the time. And knowing that I cannot do it has been actually very like freeing. Oh, there you are, Gliok. Ice Gliok.
Yeah, I like pick and choose. Like it's mostly the core stuff or the stuff that gives me the best benefit I will be completionist about. But stuff like Korok seeds and like I don't plan on finishing the compendium really. It's mostly just so I have the entries for the Sensor Plus. So if I really for some reason need a rusted halberd, I can get one.
Oh yeah.
Ooh,
oh god.
Yeah, not seen
He's
these before.
catching up to me.
I remember them from the very first Zelda game, but I have not interacted with them much in this yet.
Alright, here's the stables.
Oh, Cheryl. Oh, you're playing as Wimona Garlic Toes? I love that last name. It's very...
I feel like Cheryl, and maybe I'm wrong here, but I think Cheryl is going for like as close to a Tolkien-esque hobbit as possible. And Garlic Toes is such a good hobbit name, I think.
That's very good. So
I commend you, Cheryl. Yeah, the party has changed a lot. Originally it was... Oh, and here's the biggest problem with the game. Still can't pet dogs. This is the sequel. And
you can pet dogs if you make a machine designed to do it.
Yes.
They don't register it as an actual pet, but you can still make a giant hand out of a Zonai.
But they should have... They with all the feedback they got from however many players, they should have known that they needed to add a contextual button to pet some dogs.
Even you can pet a dog in Diablo 4. It's just a ghost dog.
Hey, you know what? Still counts.
Yeah, and you get a buff for it. It's nice. Oh yeah, that reminded me. I forget. I was looking at my Steam wishlist the other day, which is a mess, and I was looking at the game Wobble Dogs. I don't know if I've talked to Hannah about that. I feel like I did on stream a while ago.
No, what's Wobble Dogs?
It's like a fun, like cutesy little, like colorful game about. Oh shit! How do I even describe it? Let me go to Google and talk about it. The description is: A 3D pet simulation where you raise your own personal hive of rapidly mutating dogs. Physically simulated all the way down to their guts. A casual and chill sandbox experience for players of all ages who want to care for their very own virtual pets in a surprising and stress-free environment. And it's a little goofy looking, but I thought that might be something Hannah would like for like a
That does sound
one-off
pretty
something.
cute. Yeah. I dig it.
There is also, what's the name of that airport run by dogs game?
What?
That actually has real dogs in it. An airport for aliens currently run by dogs. Is the name of the game, and it is on. Oh, it's pictures of dogs.
That does sound pretty cute. David, yeah, I'm glad. Yeah, all is well over here. We did have, I guess I haven't talked about it on the stream yet. Yes, so this weekend I spent my weekend painting an apartment for some new people moving in. While I was doing that Saturday and Sunday, I got back Sunday at like 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and Ollie was not feeling very well. He was. Hannah was pretty concerned. She said that like about half an hour before I got home, Ollie was like disoriented, twitching, lethargic, just like everything that makes you think, oh, that's worrisome. So we took Ollie to the med vet, and we spent 4 hours there, but it was that damn coyote moon. Like, there were multiple dog attacks, and have you successfully used the towing harness? I feel like I have not been able to
I
get it.
have once for a side quest that kind of shows you how to use it, but I haven't like used it like of my own volition very much. Thought about it though. I thought about it for like hauling stuff. I just haven't had to yet.
Alright, I'm gonna head south. Oh, hello, ladies.
Yeah, Wimona Garlic Toes gives me very much Rosie Bee Stinger energy, which I like.
Yeah, so she is oh, that's funny. I don't know if you've run into these Gerudo before.
Oh no, not these three. No.
If we're really careful, we could easily sneak. Okay, so they're talking about how to get a boyfriend. Cute. Cute.
Oh, about legendary sword.
Yeah. That's where we're headed next, I think. Gerudo Valley.
I have not been anywhere near the Gerudo area yet.
I guess I'm kind of torn.
I'm basic, and I'm gonna do them in like the somewhat implied order.
Oh, what do you think the implied order is?
I thought it was like the Rito place first,
Yes.
and then either like Sora or Goron next,
Oh, interesting.
and then whichever of those, and then Gerudo. But I have no idea. I mean, I know there's not an actual like.
Yeah.
things I'm
But
not
like you
sure.
said, there's like a path they kind of lead you down,
Yeah,
like as an option.
In Breath of the Wild, I did Sora, then Goron, then Rito, and then Gerudo. Almost like a
Actually, now that you mention it, I think I did Gerudo first, I think, in Breath of the Wild. So I'm gonna mix it up. We're gonna head east. We're gonna head east toward Twin Peaks Mountain. I can see it in the distance. Where
Twin Peaks Mountain.
is that? What it's called?
It's called Dueling Peaks.
Dueling
But, I mean,
Peaks.
yeah, essentially, it's David Lynch's favorite spot.
Yeah, David Lynch's Dueling Peaks Mountain. The coffee's great.
Yeah.
They serve a great breakfast ham with coffee. Ah,
Maybe
we're talking about Koroks. Here's a little buddy.
Oh yeah. Let's see how you do this one.
All right.
I'm curious. I'm
My
curious what
friend
your
and I
building
got separate.
process
Oh, well, what the fuck? All right.
But you gotta do it, right, Cameron?
Yes.
You might as well knock it out while you're here. You could.
Yeah, but
and do it later.
Do
but
they?
You gotta do it right now.
Do they give me rockets? I guess normally there's like okay, so we saw the guy. We know we got to go up high. Usually that means that somewhere around here there are Zonai devices.
Do you? Oh, okay. You don't do the thing. What I normally do if I'm looking for stuff is I put on Ultra Hand and scan, sort of.
Oh yeah, I could do that.
It'll
too.
reveal what can be manipulated.
Yeah.
But
Looks
this is the problem I was running into, where some of these they don't. And
yes.
I see why, because they want you to, have more use cases for like Zonai devices, because if they just give it to you every time, why would you need to carry them?
Yeah, I guess I gotta.
I didn't have enough. I wasn't really going to the vending machines enough to get them anyway. I only had like 2 fans for like the first like 40 hours of the game.
All right, what do I have? I have rockets. That's really all I've got are
Battery,
rockets.
I think.
Yeah, battery. I don't have what I need. I think is how many rockets do I have? 5. Well, you know what? Let's do a little test. If I take out a rocket, how high is it going to get me?
See, I'm of the mindset where if I had 5, I'd be like, well, I gotta save that for a different Korok. Can't use that shit now.
Like I said, this game has broken me of a lot of my. Oh, I can get plenty high. You go fucking here. Can I grab this guy? No, I'll never grab this guy.
Yeah, why don't you get the end guy and bring him?
Yeah.
Just throw him off that cliff.
It's not safe up here.
Have you seen any of the clips of people making like the torture devices for Koroks?
Yes, yeah.
Someone made like a water wheel that all it does is just like spin a bunch of Koroks
yeah.
throughout the water.
Oh, so silly.
Someone made a car made out of Koroks. Everything except for the wheels and like the propulsion system was all Koroks. It actually worked pretty well.
All right, can we do this? We think.
Oh, you haven't been to oh man. Terrytown in this game whips.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna mix it up. I went to the Ritos first, but I think I'm gonna cross the land and see that side of things next.
I made sure to go to Hateno pretty early because I legitimately wanted to see what had happened in the past for Hateno. I like Hateno a lot. I love the music there. But Terrytown's worth going to. People were like, "Oh, you got to go to Terrytown," and I was like, "Why?" Because it's basically a Zonai playground.
Interesting.
A lot of free materials. I was like, okay. I recommend it.
All right. How terrible do you think this is? Let's find out.
You are an engineer by trade.
Hey!
So I am curious to see. All right, that wasn't too bad. I think the rocket was the majority of the.
Yeah, I needed to go up. I just needed to push it up.
Because if you have 2 rockets, then it's going to go way too far, way too quick.
I realized I fucked up. That's just a wasted rocket. I needed to. Oh no, I haven't fucked up.
Yeah. So as someone who works on stuff that flies, how do you feel about the engineering in this game? Like what's like your gripes about the realism? Do you have any hot, spicy engineering takes? Or is it pretty true to form? There's no cartoonish.
I mean,
assumption here.
So I have found in my career in engineering, we care a lot more about safety than Tears of the Kingdom does.
Yeah.
So it's definitely like almost more mad science than engineering. Hey, we did it.
Nice. That's 1 Korok seed.
But I am a big fan of building simulators in video games, and I think they have done an excellent job with the building simulator here.
Did you? I think you have mentioned it. Have you ever played Kerbal Space Program before?
Yes.
Okay, I have not, but I've watched a good number of hours of it.
I've never played the sequel. Okay, you know what's kind of weird? Look at these on stream. It'll be delayed, but the
Oh, the flag.
Flags? Yeah, what the fuck's going
Yeah.
on there?
I think it's a artifact of what they did for Breath of the Wild, where stuff farther away they diminish the details of, and I guess for flag motion it's see how
Frame
it's
rates?
like, it starts to improve, but it's not 100%. I think
Yeah.
it's like it's a scaled thing where as you get closer, the motion becomes closer to the actual frame rate.
Interesting.
Obviously, like spatial quality of like textures is a big one, but even bigger than that is like motion value.
Yeah.
If it's like something is going like 60 frames per second and it's a mile away, it's kind of a waste.
Yeah, yeah.
But it is a little, yeah, I don't know, very odd.
All right. We're going into a new area. And let's see, I see
remember this.
2 towers. I guess the one, I can't tell which one's the one for this area. I guess which one feels closer.
Under this bridge. What I do is usually mark them with. I will say I've been using the map a lot more in this game. I will like put a pin in them, and then look at where they're at on the overworld map, and then mark them with like a star or something.
Oh, that's not a bad idea.
It does take away some guesswork if you really want to like brute force it, but I like it for the sake of knowing exactly how far away am I. So if I'm in the neighborhood, I can pick it up.
Ah, interesting. Okay. Yeah.
So if you go to your map, yeah.
I will do that. We're gonna go to this one first. Oh, sun! Woo! Don't hurt my horse! Fuck you, dude. Oh. Damn it, all those steaks wasted.
Are they gonna fall off this hill in a second?
100%.
Oh no.
Look at all that meat!
That watery steak. Also, why did he drop like 6 of them? I don't think that would be in his body.
I think that was like in his backpack. Oh, fuck!
Oh, I see.
Wait, what the fuck just fucked me? Is it this plant? Oh, I didn't realize.
What?
You'll see.
Oh, the shock fruit. Yeah.
I didn't realize what I ran my ass into.
Bye, horse. Oh, your horse is going toward those moblins, goblins.
Yeah, maybe I can get the horse back without all the goblins fucking seeing me. Alright.
This makes me want to watch all the like Looney Tunes-esque clips of like people disarming moblins and then fusing bombs to their weapons, so as soon as they pick them up, they just explode.
Yeah, yeah.
Real Tom and Jerry shit.
I wonder if I can clear this mob from where I'm at. Let's see.
Oh. Got one of those lightning horse heads.
Seemed to work.
Boom Headshot was asking earlier, what are you excited for coming out next? And of course, I said Armored Core 6. Everyone should click on that link and watch that version of the trailer. It's funny and it's good. What else? There's never a lot of big games I'm super excited for.
Yeah, I found my taste in gaming over the years has my appetite for AAA games.
Yeah. Mine has gone down from the past few years of listening to stuff like Waypoint and Remap. And I'm always interested to hear about them and like to look at like gameplay footage and stuff. I like being in the know of all that stuff, but there's like a very small selection of AAA games that I think I'm ever really excited for. I think Baldur's Gate 3 and this kind of been like my only 2 for the year so far, and I guess Diablo 4 technically.
Ooh, that's fair. Yeah, I don't know that. Oh, random moblin. Goodbye, random moblin.
It's on the wish list.
Ah, here's my elevator ride. I was looking for you.
I don't know. I don't know that I have anything really. There's games that recently came out. I want to play Viewfinder at some point.
Viewfinder's fun.
Fun. Oh, have you played Viewfinder?
Yes. I played a
Ah,
demo of it. I haven't like done the full game yet.
okay. That I like that because I feel like that's a small-ish enough game that has a cool.
Concept.
Yeah,
And I think that's what I'm kind of looking for is like what's the next cool concept. And I haven't
Yeah,
nothing's really
100%.
struck out at me. Pikmin 4 I guess I want to play.
I've heard that's been pretty good so far from the people that have played it.
Yeah.
I forgot. I haven't looked at Nintendo releases in a while. I feel like ever since this came out, I haven't even thought about my Switch.
Yeah. I guess Metroid Prime 4 is like the thing I'm looking forward to next.
Yeah,
Oh,
I've talked on stream about that. That's one of those where, like, if it happens, it happens. If not, I'm not upset.
what's happening over here? This tower does not want to turn on. I wonder if this
Did you break
means
it?
I need to go down. Ooh, that's creepy. Someone's calling for help down the well.
Hmm. It's just like Majora's Mask.
Yeah.
I think. Does that happen? I don't know. I assume that happens. No, I'm thinking of the toilet hand.
That's that's what I'm thinking. Not the toilet hand, but the evil.
I guess there's always like an evil well or evil underground.
Yeah, the one that's like the most terrifying fucking thing in the world in
Oh, the,
Ocarina of Time.
Yeah, yeah. And the DS update didn't do much to help that. If anything, it made it more scary.
Ooh, but I'm getting more bombs. That's nice at least.
Yeah,
Oh no, there's a lady dude here. Whoa. You
Oh, right. this guy.
Elmerson. What are you doing in a place like this? No, it doesn't matter. Could you just help me? What's wrong? I set off a trap in the ruins and now I'm stuck. What a mess. Yep. How do we get you out? Switch. Okay. How do I get over there? Cave entrance over there. Alright. But does that get me the tower? Elmerson, I'd love to help, but I need to get out through the tower.
Tangentially related, I found it outrageous and wildly funny that Tanner named his character's horse Elmer in our
Oh yeah.
campaign.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
It's pretty good. See ya, David.
Bye, David. Thanks for hanging out.
And don't forget, everyone who's hanging out, we are still raising money for the Charcot Marie Tooth Association. Do I need to make it hit the tower? I need to, like... It seems like... Okay, I'm going to come over here for a second so the stream can catch up. I'm in the tower. I've opened the door.
It would be another cave entrance, right? Isn't that what he said?
Yes, but that's not what I'm trying to solve first. Ideally, I can unlock this tower.
I think this is the...
Related to that, yeah, I guess
Yeah.
it must be.
I'm pretty sure it is behind the tower. It's like on the other side or something. I know I've done this, but I don't remember where the other entrance is.
It's got to be out here somewhere.
Yeah.
Can keep an eye out for caves in the foothills.
Oh, it might be down further than I thought, yeah.
Here, this looks promising. Oh, Jesus!
Oh, there's one of the bloopy things. Whatever they're called.
Yeah, I think Bloopies is the right name.
Yeah.
Poplar Foothills
Aw.
Excavation Site.
Didn't get any rupees.
No, I did not. I was distracted by the swarm of keys coming to suck my blood.
Yeah. I think it's a cool effect. I like the electric grid someone made for that, so when they all come out, he just fries them all and gets all the parts.
Oh yeah, the keys harvester.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, Elmerson's the one that has business at the tower. Sweet.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Aha! I thought there was going to be treasure in that chest. Elmerson, did you take that treasure? I'm going to break your legs. You son of a bitch.
Oh, might have.
Maintenance on the tower. Terminal wasn't making anything happen due to the humidity. Fixed it in a jiffy. Sweet. All right, now we can launch ourselves into the sky. Ooh,
Hooray!
are you watching the new Futurama?
I have not. I had a friend say that it was actually really funny, which when I heard it was coming back, I was kind of like, I don't know. They've had so many revivals, and I feel like if it's being picked up in this era, it might be bad. But he said it was good. So.
I'm for some reason I have more faith in a Futurama revival than I do any other franchise revival, and I think it's because like getting canceled and coming back is like almost a core part of their lore.
Yeah, at this point, they've had it happen so many times. Yeah, I think so too. And I think like he was even saying because it's so self-referential and like it understands that, it has a really good like perspective of it, and the writers for that show are really good about like knowing that. I think many other shows could not do that, but it sounds like Futurama's getting away with it pretty handily.
Yeah, I want to watch it. I haven't had a chance yet, but I want to watch it. What we have been watching, if anyone's looking for a fun show, Reservation Dogs.
Yes, the new season just came out with 2 episodes, I think on Wednesday.
Yeah.
I just watched both of them last night. I fucking love that show. It's one of my favorite shows in the past couple of years.
I'm really enjoying it.
It's very cozy in a lot of unpredictable ways.
Yes.
Very good show.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm watching that. Very excited for more of that. I need to watch the new What We Do in the Shadows season that came out recently. What else? Righteous Gemstones just ended their latest season. I think that's pretty much been it. For as much as I say I don't watch shows, I've been making more time for them recently.
I think it's, if it comes in kind of waves, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I definitely have that where I don't watch things for a while and then I get in the mood, or I just finally find something that grabs my interest. Like, it's really been Abbott Elementary and then now Reservation Dogs, which, very funny shows.
Yeah, very, very good. The Warrior Spirit might be one of my favorite characters in recent memory.
Oh, so funny.
Yeah, I can't remember much else I've been watching, but at some point I need to get through all of Nirvana, the band, the show.
Nirvana, the band, the show?
Yeah, so, the Wii Shop Wednesday thing I get post about some Wednesdays? It's the show that comes from. It's an old, I think it was like in 2017, back when Viceland was still a thing. It's a show from 2 comedians about they have a real band, but it's a fictitious show about their band, which is just 2 guys called Nirvana, the band. And the entire show is about them trying to get like a single show booked at a restaurant like near their apartment in downtown Toronto. And the writing for it is just, I don't even know how to describe it. It's incredibly good, incredibly even dry, just like weird, almost like the feeling Arrested Development gave back when that was coming out. It's
interesting. Good. Like, what was the... Oh, shit, I should remember the show. The New Zealand music duo.
Oh, the Mighty Boosh? No, Flight of the Conchords?
Yeah, is it like that kind of...
Yes, it's like that, but it is... So the interesting thing about Nirvana, the band, the show, is there are parts of it that are like scripted, and they do have like a similar kind of back and forth. It's more like... It's not like the timing of like the crosstalk is not like scripted, it's kind of more like real conversation. When they do stuff in public, it is a total toss-up as to whether the scenario they set up is something that everyone in the scene like is aware of or is an extra of, and sometimes they literally just do some of the things that happen around real people, and they will incorporate those people like into the show.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, and they're very hush-hush about what has been real and what hasn't, I think. But it's, I don't know, it's interesting. I had to... I don't think it's streaming on anything, so I had to get it through other means.
Gotcha.
But it's pretty good. If you're looking for something that's in the weird comedy but feel good category, it's pretty good.
Nirvana, the band, the show. We'll have to check it out.
Yeah.
All right.
Watch. If you want a good taste of it, go look up We Shop Wednesday.
We Shop Wednesday. Which We Shop. So help me understand. We Shop Wednesday is not just a meme.
So the thing I'm posting is a Twitter account that used to just post the same video clip every Wednesday.
Yes.
Kind of like Flat Thug Friday.
Yes.
If it's a meme outside of that, I don't know. I just know of it because of the specific scene from the show.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Well, I've got a little more puzzling.
Are we back to shrines now?
Yeah, well, I found a new one, so I figured, like, get her done.
Yeah, might as well. Keep coming back to the stuff we're excited for. I feel like I'm forgetting something that got...
Oh, is something on here? So Armored Core you've mentioned.
Yeah, Armored Core is big just because I want to play more games with mechs.
Yes.
I
Oh,
can't
wait.
think of
We were talking about TTRPG stuff. I don't want to, like, announce anything on your behalf, but you have been percolating some more Lancer stuff, right? Are you planning on doing another, like, starter session, or is it something different?
Yeah, so that's kind of where I've been... It's been even more complicated by how much more TTRPG stuff I've been doing outside of my own. I did run a play and learn Lancer session on the server like a month ago.
Yes.
And that went pretty well. It revealed a lot of things I need to streamline about how Foundry and the digital tool for Lancer character sheets work. And I do want to do more of it, and I was debating either just going whole ass and trying to do a open table campaign that I would write from scratch myself, or if I will do like an introductory mission module that's done by some of the official people at Massive Press.
Yes.
And I do intend to run more Lancer stuff. I would like to include my brother if I could, though I don't know how his schedule will fit any of what I have planned, which even though it would be open table, I don't know. But I do want to do more stuff with Lancer and mechs as a whole for TTRPGs. I just need to figure out how I want to go about doing that in terms of like my schedule versus like all the other stuff we've got going on.
Yes.
But it is still planned. That for as little as people are hearing about it now, it is still a thing.
To that end of new stuff, I think Tanner has just like new TTRPG stuff. Was talking to Tanner, and so he ran Lord of the Rings, the One Ring RPG system.
That's right. Yeah.
He did a couple starter games. I played in one of them. I thought it's a lot of fun. It's definitely it's not a system I would pick if I wanted to run like a one shot of anything. It's very much based on the journey characters get to go on over the long term. But it was a lot of fun. I have a lot to... Let's see if this works. I have a lot to recommend about that system. It felt like... Oh, fuck! Damn it. It worked. I just need to be ready for the rolls. All right. It's did the best job of being a representation of Tolkien's fiction in gameplay.
Which would make sense for like the journey aspect that you just mentioned.
100%. I was really... Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, it's something I think a lot of systems could benefit from in terms of people want to build like backstories and like, you know, rapport between player characters and their NPCs, and I feel like a Tolkien themed thing could do that really well.
Yes, and a big thing is that it... Let's see if this works like a better shape. A big thing for me is that it de-emphasizes combat in a way that I think the movies didn't allow to happen, whereas the books, like, yes, they fight monsters, but that's not like really the point
Yeah, even like the Hobbit up through. I mean, there's fighting in the
Woo!
trilogy. Yeah, even then, most of the action comes from stuff outside of combat too. Oh,
So
nice.
we did a little prequel adventure, not prequel, but like starter adventure, which was focused around hobbits doing a like teeny tiny little adventure in the Shire. So it was Bilbo. This is after The Hobbit, before Lord of the Rings. Bilbo is asking for help getting a. Oh, what do we got here?
Interesting.
Interesting. So I'm gonna need to jump rails at some point. Okay. I wonder if I can do my box again. Hold on. I know I was like mid thought, and then I'm.
You're good. I figured you're working it out. Yeah. It seems like a cool concept. I like the idea of that. I think for me, there's not really a lot of like. I feel this way about some other like maybe not games and things, but like the branded stuff of like Lord of the Rings and like Avatar and stuff. Like they sound like cool concepts. I just don't really something about like the more like TTRPGs based on like an existing thing is a kind of a hard like sell for me, just because I don't know if I want to spend that much time in a system that is like specific for. I mean, I guess Commandroids is a little different with Transformers.
And I will
I don't
say,
mind
I think part of it is part of your concern comes from the fact that generally it feels like these like branded systems don't do a great job of making the fiction feel like it doesn't like the Transformers RPG feels like you're playing Dungeons and Dragons in Transformers. Like the actual Hasbro Transformers RPG doesn't have like a big Transformers feel to it. And that was really disappointing for me when I like realized that. The Command Droids RPG I think did a better job, but it's like inspired by an idea, but it's almost closer to I'd say Lancer than
Yeah.
like but the One Ring does a very good job of like you feel like you're a hobbit or a dwarf or a person in that world
Right.
where you're focused on their like concerns with
Are you
their
trying to go back
mind
up
frame.
this
Yes.
hill?
Let's see if this works.
Yeah, and that's not to say I think like those things should feel like an episode of the show or like the movies. Obviously, like those are things pre-written to have certain story beats, and that's not really the way.
Okay, I'm too heavy.
Let's say, are you trying to go? There's another rail down there.
No, I came from the rail down there.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I had that confused. I thought it was a downhill thing. Yeah, not that I think they should feel that way. I think it's just the TTRPGs that are kind of like made from scratch in terms of like setting an IP are something. I don't know. Something about them makes them feel like they're more willing to accept that there's going to be like not every bit of the story or the progression of the game is going to be like super cinematic or climactic or whatever. And I know that those systems aren't bad either. I think it's just a matter of like expectation for some of those. Some people will play those thinking like, yeah, I want to be the Avatar. I want to do whatever. And it's like, well, there's also a lot of like the pacing of those pieces of fiction are different than the pacing of
An adventure. Yes. Yeah. All right, we've lightened our load a little bit.
I've been playing a lot of smaller. I've been playing a lot of Kingdom recently, actually, which is an awesome 180 from a lot of the crunchier games that we'd like to play.
I don't know that one. Tell me about that game.
So Kingdom is there's kind of a big trend outside of like D&D and like the really big, I say the crunchy systems like Pathfinder and D&D and I guess Lancer accounts there. There's a big movement for a lot of like simpler or smaller or quicker tabletop role-playing games. a good one example of one is like Morphborg, which is it's imagine D&D, but you cut out like 80% of like the rules for most things. Like there is combat, but it is very lethal and very quick, and it's designed to be able to be played in like when people actually plan for like a 3-hour, 4-hour session, it actually only takes about 3 to 4 hours. Kingdom is an interesting type of game that is not based on like playing characters per se. It's a cooperative world building game where you and whoever else is at the table come up with like an idea for like it can be like a civilization, like it could be a fantasy kingdom, it could be like a science lab, it could be like a company, like a warehouse company. The version of the world we came up with is pretty interesting, but essentially you pick a like community of some kind, and Kingdom is all about the like some of like the major players in that community and like how it evolves over time and how they deal with like conflicts.
I don't know what I'm doing wrong here, but I have an idea.
It's getting there. You could do a rocket maybe, or you could do a.
I can't take out things from my bag. That's actually, I'm leaving the dungeon, so I can take things out of my bag, and we'll see if this works better.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Kingdom is interesting. It's not so much based on like combat and like inventory and playing like an actual RPG. It's much more about like coming up with like a community and how people in them decide like what they stand for and like what happens in those communities. So like the examples they give are like a school for wayward wizards, an anime fan club, the first settlers on Mars. It could be any of those.
So you are role-playing as members in the community, or you as a team are role-playing the community itself, like the larger community?
So it's kind of both. And the way it works is like you do come up with like some like members of the community that are like they all have like their own special interests or whatever, but there's like different like archetypes. Like there are like power characters who are the people that have some sort of authority. There's
now this is pod racing.
Yeah. There's like touchstone, like people who like speak for authority, people who speak for the other people, and people who are like the perspective people. So like you do roleplay the characters, but it's not so much like a us versus them thing. It's like something that you approach like together. So like we have scenes where like we each of the 3 people playing in my game that I'm playing and not running, each have our own characters, and we will have scenes where like I could probably better explain through example. Our world is set in the far future where most of the Earth has been flooded, so it's a water world scenario.
Ooh.
But there's no Kevin Costner. Most of the human beings that are still left live on seasteads, which are like, if you've ever heard about seasteads in real life, it's literally just like communities that live on, like, for us it is we live on a seastead, which is like an island, but it's made out of old parts from carnival ships and like pieces of driftwood. And so like on this community we have our own problems, like the water levels are rising.
I thought I had it.
Us. I think one of the ones we had recently was like we found a research vessel, but the population of sentient dolphins that we're all friends with did not want us to open it. And so like these issues come up and you kind of have to deal with them as a group.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's a different type of game. It's not, it's not as personally involved as like D&D and stuff is, but it's a fun like way of being like, oh, what if the world looked like this? Or like
it's almost like a thought exercise.
Yeah, exactly. It's like a thought exercise that you do with friends. And when people have come to it with an open mind, it's like a lot of fun.
I dig it. I'd be curious about something like that.
It's really fun. We've played 2 or 3 sessions so far, and it's an easy thing to have people pop into, like as an open table thing, which I've really been liking. But yeah, I've been playing a lot of that recently, and we play Morphborg sometimes. There's a game I do want to play called Fucked Up Little Man. It's a 1-page tabletop role-playing game where you play a Dark Souls NPC.
I do like 1-page tabletop games. Ever since we did
those.
Yeah. This is me being bad. We did a combined stream with another group, and I think they are now defunct. But they did like Nate, Hannah, I think Osprey.
Oh, yeah. Was this Honey Heist, or was this?
No, I did Skeleton Adventures. I think
Okay.
Nate did. Um, he did one, I think, about like creating deities. All right, let's see. I want to line.
I
this.
just had the thought I would love to do one. I would love to do a kind of a heist-like one, but everyone plays as raccoons and possums.
Oh, where you're trying to steal trash?
Yeah,
I love
I would
it.
love to do that because there's a lot of raccoons are a lot smarter than we give them credit for. They're my favorite animals for a reason, and I would love to get into the intricacies of how we get into or get past like anti-raccoon systems. I don't know about this one, Chief. Ooh, yeah.
So I need two guides. I need one to engage the new rail. I thought I could go high. They put
Yeah.
that turn in specifically to fuck with
You need
you.
a brace of some kind. You might. I think you were right before. I think you just need to not let the snap 2 push him to the edge. Like, do what you did before where you put it in the middle and then try to attach the other ones from the bottom and see if you can, like, slot them. I don't know if you messed with it enough to see that, like, you can kind of put them on the non-snap 2 points.
Yes.
Maybe that would work? I don't know.
Or maybe I use a single snap 2 point to
Ooh, yeah, or that. To, like, kind of, like, get it locked in.
one guide, yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. And then I'm gonna bring it all the way over here.
Yeah, ideally, there will be more Lancer content. I just have to schedule around all of the other things that I'm in and see if I can get other people scheduled to align. I will probably put a post out in the pilot in that Discord about it. Oh, look.
Oh, fuck! What did I just do?
It looks like it's not balanced because you only have the one guide.
No, I just need to get to the cross piece, and then I think I can skip the rest of it. And I just pressed the wrong button like an idiot.
Hmm.
And I threw my weapon for no reason, because I pressed the wrong button, as we said, like an idiot.
I mean, you're getting there, though. This seems like one of those shrines that would take some time. Could you
I
ride
guess.
just one of them, maybe?
Well, I need to because it's going to change the... So okay, so that locks me in on my current track. Then if you notice further down, and you'll see this obviously later, it stops being 2 parallel tracks and it narrows down to 1 in the middle. I tried putting guides in all 3, but it's too heavy for the fans to push me.
I've seen people make like, 2-stage rockets before. I feel like the way to do that with this. I just don't know how.
I can
I really
hear.
want to learn how the 2-stage thing works because that would be so amazing. I saw someone make a Batmobile the other day that like had the bike in the middle.
Oh, interesting.
And it like separate the bike from the car. Yeah, but by 2-stage I mean like it like I don't know if like part of the like Zonai devices wear off or something, or you can like attach it.
Well, they do have multiple like batteries. I wonder if it had something to do with like when a battery wears off and you have another one, maybe. All right.
The way you build it, you can make it so that batteries are separate instead of one pool.
So we're gonna go forward, and then I'm hoping I can transfer here. Yep, transferred. Awesome. Nope, I just missed it. Damn
I
it.
think stay on the if you stay on the left,
We're almost there. We're almost there.
we'll get it.
All right. I think I've got it now. It's not a matter of not knowing what to do. It's a matter of executing the idea appropriately.
Yeah, hey, Shanice. Let's see, we talked about tabletop stuff. Talked about for weeks. I rambled about some stuff. Did we cover everything?
I think we covered everything in our normal weekly updates.
Maybe we should make a question bucket.
Oh, I'm always down for that.
From on stream.
Alright, get that. Come on.
Yeah, I think this will work.
Have we... I forget, have we streamed since we did the bar crawl?
I don't know that I have. I don't think so, because was that last Saturday? What is time?
Yeah, that's part of it. Yeah. We did a bar crawl over in Mount Adams, which was very much a blast from the past. It's been a minute since I've done one of those. Alright, we're pushing up. We're engaged into our second form. Seems like we're balancing in general okay. Alright. Nope, too far!
I wondered.
Oh!
I don't know that you need the middle guide if all you're trying to do is get to the...
No, it'll slide off if I'm not wedged between the two.
Oh, I thought maybe it was like a balance thing where it was... If you're in the middle and you only have the two side guides, that it would just stay...
No.
Until they hit one of the sides and then start to like move at a diagonal.
It'll start tilting and falling. This will probably be the last dungeon of the night. I think we're running to the end here. But I would love to get this done before the stream ends.
Gotta end on a W.
Gotta end on a W, except when we don't. Except when I get frustrated. I'm like, no, it's over. I'm done.
That's okay. People have watched our Elden Ring streams. They know how that goes.
Yeah, fair. Where is Nate?
Basically, I believe he's in Bismarck, North Dakota.
Ah, there we go. I was wondering. Where did you all leave things off in Elden?
Last I can remember, last time we streamed was like March, April? It might have been longer than that. I think he was at Melania.
Oh, yeah.
I really wanted to get Melania down on stream.
Yes.
Is
she entirely optional, or?
Yes. Yeah, she is not a required boss by any means.
Which is funny to me because it feels like she's one of the most important Elden Lords in terms of like continuity and stuff.
I think, yeah, I feel like she has like at least based on the story that I know of her, she seems like she's fairly important.
I'm just gonna ride it. We'll see if I can just ride it far enough.
Okay. Yeah, that might be how you get the treasure chest if there is one.
Ooh, ooh, oh, oh!
Ooh. Oh, does it go? Oh, wow, it's like a whole roller coaster.
Nope.
Oh.
All right, it's risky to ride it.
It is risky to ride it.
Remember, kids, if you want to ride it, it's risky.
Just bring protection in the form of some side guards for the rails.
Always wear your side guards. Mama didn't raise no fool. And also, it shouldn't be their responsibility. But ladies, make sure you wear your... Even if the guy's like, oh, don't worry, I don't need side guards today. Make him wear his side guards.
When are they going to make male side guard control?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
I don't know of many other men in my life that wouldn't agree to that.
I'm saying if men could fall off rails, Congress would have passed universal male side guard control by now.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. It is unfortunate that that is not the case, as I see some random stone go flying in the background, totally unrelated to what I'm constructing.
Weight is still... I don't know. I think it's just my need for symmetry, but I couldn't make it like this.
If I make it symmetrical, it's too much weight for the fans, and I cannot add more
not with all
fans.
three, like side guards. I mean, like, more.
A prettier way.
Yeah, maybe. Unless you could put the side ones at a 45, and it just stays hooked. Although
Oh.
that might run into the bottom rail guard things.
Yeah. Alright, we're gonna try one more time. I'm standing all the way on the left. This catches. Yep. And
I'll be here
then
with the replay commentary.
balances. Alright. Damn it! Ah! It's just,
You're getting close.
I just miss. I just miss. Or I'm pressing
no.
buttons wrong. I'm just pressing buttons
Use
wrong.
your shield surfing.
Alright,
It's the
so
green
I'm out. What is it? X and A? There it is.
Yeah.
I'm going to be writing it X
I
and
have to
A.
do it every time. I have to literally be like, okay, 1, 2, 3, got it.
Alright, last time. Last time. I guess speaking of side guards, though, if you, in addition to our raising money for the CMTA, if you are in the state of Ohio and you have not voted yet, tomorrow, go vote. Get it done.
Also, sorry that you're stuck in Ohio with us.
Yeah, it's important. Issue 1, if you don't know, which you should know, but if you don't know and you're eligible to vote, it's basically increasing the threshold needed to pass amendments to our state constitution, which is, in and of itself is
Seems pretty
taking,
self-explanatory.
yeah, taking power away from the voting populace. But this is particularly nefarious because this is specifically trying to get passed in order to prevent the abortion amendment that is on our ballot on October or November from being allowed on the ballot or being allowed to be passed. So, oh, yeah, get it in there. Make sure you vote no on issue 1 and get her done for Ohio. Yeah! Vote no!
Hey.
Link says, if you're skateboarding, remember, vote or die.
Nice. Yeah.
Woo!
Vote or die, dude. Either vote or you die.
On that note, I think we're gonna
Politics has
call
too
this a
much lore.
stream. Yeah, politics has too much lore.
I just feel like if I get into it now, I'm not going to be able to catch up, you know?
Yeah, it's like you can't start midway.
Yeah.
But the opposite's true. You actually don't need to know any of the lore. Just recognize when shady shit's happening.
Vote.
Get out and vote. I think we'll call this a stream. Danny might be streaming tomorrow. Ooh, it's so dark and mysterious and neat. All right. I think I just wasn't expecting like this view when I came out.
Yeah, very foggy.
Oh, you know what? All right, one last thing because he's on our thumbnail. Let's make this sign happen, huh?
Wait, who's on our thumb? Oh my god. Okay.
Hey, Addison. All right,
Oh, boy.
we're gonna do one of these. Stick it on one of these. Give me that.
I know that they have him instanced for every time you see him, but like, what if he didn't help him the first time? He'd just be stuck at that same sign forever. He'd get fired.
Yeah, he'd starve to death.
You love your motivation, but man, you just don't do anything. You just stand there.
Nope. All right, fair enough. Reset.
Oh, you could just put a rock down on the other side.
Yeah. Where did my rocks go? My rocks. Oh, they're over here.
Have you heard the version of Roxanne, except there's no lyrics except for the word rocks?
Didn't know.
It's very, very good. I highly recommend looking that up. I'll see if I can post that in the Discord.
All right, Addison, let go. I know I fucked up before, but you gotta trust me now. We're in this together. Addison? Yeah, we did it! Well, sweet. We're gonna get some money. It's permanently at that angle. That's so good. He's
That's
such a
very good.
terrible construction worker. All right.
Jeez.
Fills my heart. 20 rupees. Beautiful. Give me a rice ball or something. Electro mushroom rice balls. Awesome. And with that,
Good shit.
a sleepover ticket. Awesome. With that, he's off and we're off. Thanks for watching, everyone. Thanks for hanging out. Donate.
Thanks,
There's the QR code over on the side of the screen. Donate to the Sharko Marie Tooth Association. Go vote if you're in Ohio. And we'll catch you all later. Bye.
Bye.